Welcome back to my channel, Gaming Etc. I'm your host, Etc. Dude. And today we are finishing off our walkthrough of Paperlily Chapter 1. In our last video, we ended up finishing up the facility, which seemed to be kind of a jailhouse of a sort. But, interesting enough, there were a couple mysterious rooms in there. There was just a room that was nothing but a big clock. There was a room that was just full of flowers and a music box. At the same time, there was also a strangely placed meeting room. What kind of meetings went on in there? Who knows? And what kind of people got invited into these meetings? Were they higher echelon demons, or were they low level nobodies? Hard to tell if we ended up going with what we saw within the dead end that was involved with that one. It feels like it's more so the higher echelon people. Who was the woman that we saw? Who knows, right? But overloaded us, and of course, because it's a dead end, we ended up dying. After a little bit of effort, we were able to drain the water that was within the facility and go to the lower levels. Within the lower levels, there was a house. And surprisingly, upon entering the house, it was dry. Like, this was the most well-sealed thing. Does that mean that the rest of the floors are dry? Does that mean that water only affected specific areas? I don't know. It's hard to really tell. But within it, we shared a little bit more with Sai about who we were. And we found a new person. They ended up popping in there, and they took a smell at us. And with it, they freaked out. They gave out a name. Who that person is, we don't know yet. But they might be the one responsible for what's wrong with our character. Of course, all this will hopefully be answered by the end of that. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm out of my cage. He's still trapped though. Oh, all my items are gone. Without that doorknob, I can't go back home. Now that we have control of Lacey again, go ahead and talk with Sai here. Good job getting out of that. I didn't get to see what you did, but you must be really good at passing through solid steel bars. Thanks. Looks like you're in a bind yourself. If he was a demon, he could have used his powers to escape, right? Or maybe he just doesn't care. Listen, you probably shouldn't stay here. If that monster lady heard the noise you made and comes to check, you'll be in trouble, you know? You're right. Well, see ya. Where are you going? I'm going to look around a bit. And I should try to find an exit too. And nothing else? Are you serious? Get me out of here. Ah, of course. Sure. I'll try. Alright. So, go ahead and leave this area. Wait. What did you try to buy? What? You said you tried to buy something at the store today. Why are you asking this now? Of all times. Just curious. It was just some macaroons. Huh. So you like macaroons? Is this really the time to have this discussion? When else? I'm bored now, not later. It's not like I have much to think about in this cage. I'm leaving. Wait, at least tell me your name, and I'll leave you in peace. It's Lacey. Huh. Will that be all? Yeah. I'll be going then. Good luck. Try not to get killed. I'm not sure where I am right now. But all I have to do is find the exit without running into that monster. Or should I help that guy first? Go ahead and head left. And take the south part. If you go north, it's locked. In this area, go up those stairs there and interact with the far right. There's something inside the lamp. Reach for it. Yep. Obtained eyeball. Now that we've got that item, go ahead and leave this room. Now go right and just keep going until an event happens. Psst. Over here. Oh, a human. I see. Strange. How did you make it all the way here? Well, no matter. This isn't ideal, but I'll do it, I suppose. Who are you? I don't have a name. What was that? Miss Knives is roaming around. Miss Knives? I think I met her. Yes, I saw that. You really brought out the crazy in her. I didn't exactly do anything. I need to find a way out of this place. I'm looking for a cursed door. Of course. We have a common goal. To avoid you wandering aimlessly until you get killed, I'll help you. Alright. So, why don't you have a name? You don't have a name? I wasn't given one. But when you live a solitary life, you don't need a name. You're free to call me what you wish. You humans seem to want to name everything. I'll call you Spider. That's a terrible name. Do you call other humans human? How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? There are several strange objects scattered around this place. After you find them, you'll need to figure out how to unseal them. How will I know what I'm looking for? You'll know it when you see it. Okay, by the way, I came in here with a lot of things, but they're all gone. If I don't get them back, don't worry, you'll have them if you get out of here. I hear her coming. You need to hide. Huh? Go now. And now that we're done with that event, go return back to where Spider was at. And go in this first room. And this is the cozy room that we were at when we got caught. Anyways, in here there are some plants. Interact with them and figure out their needs. Plant with a tag attached. It says, requires medium light. Provide alcohol twice daily to keep its leaves moist. Water is a valid substitute, as it can't tell the difference. A plant with a tag attached to it. It says, requires dim light. For enrichment, give it a flower crown once a month. A plant with a tag attached to it. It says, requires dim light. Feed it once a day to avoid irritability. Appropriate diet includes meat of various kinds. A plant with a tag attached to it. It says, requires medium light. For enrichment, provide music. And so now that we know all their requirements, go over here, and there will be a gramophone. Go ahead and play it. It's this thing here, in case you're not sure what a gramophone is. An old gramophone. What do? Play music. And now go over to this tea set. A teapot, full of some liquid. Seems to be water. I could use this. Bring water to the plant. Yep. Thank you. Now go over to where the phone was at, and there's a plant here. Interact with it. Purple flowers in a vase. You could use these flowers. Bring the flowers to the plant. Yep. Thank you. And now that we're done with these two plants' needs, go ahead and leave this room. And enter the room ahead. Interact with that jar back there, as well as the frog. Cookie jar. There's something inside that doesn't belong. Take it. Yep. Obtained eyeball. Green frog. Maybe I can feed this to the plant. Bring it to the plant. Yep. Thank you. Go ahead and pick up this item right here. Take a lockpick. Yep. Now again, go ahead and leave this room. And enter this room over here on the left. Interact with the bathtub. A bathtub filled with black liquid. It's so big. You could fit like 4 of me in there. Check if there's anything useful inside. Yep. Obtain key. Now that we've found that key, return back to where Sai was at. And before going any further, go ahead and interact with this painting here and use the eyeballs we found on it. Enter the painting. Yep. Someone is tied to the stake with black knives all over their body. The 5th blessing. There are so many things a knife can cut through. Pull out black knife. Yep. When you pulled out a knife, the rest of them crumbled apart. Obtain black knife. Now that we've picked that up, let's return back to Sai. And you have the options to either 1, give Sai the key we have, or 2, give him the lockpick. Use the lockpick. I found this, but I don't know how to use it. Can you pick your own lock or something? Sure can. Sai joined your party. And with that, return back to the hallway. Okay, and after we've done saving Sai and releasing him from the cage, come over here and come up to this room. It's locked. Go ahead and use the key that we have. The key fits. And in this room, you can see that really ominous object there on the bed. Pick that up. The 3rd blessing. Water provides the best healing. There's some kind of black rag here. Take black object. Yep. And before we leave here, go to that vanity on the bottom left and interact with that box there. There's a box on top of the vanity table. It uses the combination lock. There's a drawing of a key on the box. Try the lockbox. Yep. And this is not a really complicated one. It's just 18. The box opens. There's a key inside. Obtain key. And now that we're done here, go ahead and leave. And from here, go down to the library. With our new key, we want to go up those stairs and unlock that room. The key fits. Alright, in here, go ahead and go forward. Over here. Here, on the wall. Spider. Yes. Is that really you? You look different. But I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't appreciate your humor. Miss Knives discovered my hiding spot. She's not fond of my presence. So she turned me into this. It's pathetic. Damn, she must have crazy powers. Not quite. You both must have some time to look around this place by now. Did you figure out anything strange? You mean aside from everything? Kind of a tall order, pal. Well, The location of this house is strange. Maybe humans are just slow. None of what you're seeing is real. Huh? Miss Knives is a strange case. She created this place out of her own desires. But the house doesn't actually exist. Convenient. So then, it's an illusion? To an extent, yes. That's also why I look like this. Miss Knives only sees what she wants to see. So she sees you as a little spider on the wall? It would seem so. I see. Then, to escape, you have to break the illusion. Remind her who she is. Or rather, who she isn't. That's where those objects you need to collect come into play. They seem to have some sort of connection to her memories. Once you find and unseal them all, come back and see me. Alright, and now that we're done talking with him, walk over to the jars on the right and pick them up. Take glass jar, ×3. Yep. And now walk over to the pool over here and use your jars on them. Go over to the painting on the right and take the cover off. There's something covered with a drape. With the drape. The second blessing. You always said you wanted to try watercolor. I believe in you. And now walk back to the pool and use your handkerchief on it. You soak the rag in the pool. Obtain cold compress. And now that we're done with that, we can go ahead and leave this room. And return back into the hallway. Go ahead and use one of the jars on this yellow painting here. Obtain jar of yellow paint. Go over to the right and you'll see a red painting. And do the same. Obtain jar of red paint. And now we want to return back to the entrance. And right over here, use the jar on this one. Now enter the kitchen. And stir the cauldron. It looks like some sort of stew. It's cold and doesn't seem to have been looked after in a long time. Stir it up. Yep. The fourth blessing. You. What did you do to his leg? There's a black thing sticking out from the stew. Take it with you. It seems to be part of something bigger. You can't take all of it. So, that said, go ahead and use your knife on that. Obtained human foot. Now that we're done with that, go to the hallway and go up here, this other little hallway, and enter this room on the right. So in this room, you have two options. You could either stab the lady in the photo using your knife, or you can pull her eye out. If you do the latter, she's a little bit faster, and if you don't, well, it's the same result. It'll go into a chase scene. So that said, let's go ahead and do this. We barely got away. Remind me not to mess with creepy paintings in the future. Okay, now that that's done, gotta go back in. And it's gone. So, I mean, were we expecting her to be here? No. Anyways, pick up that object down there. The first blessing. What I saw in the mirror was uglier than I had hoped. There seemed to be something strange inside the cage. Try to get the black object. Yep. Now go ahead and leave this room. Now that we're done, return back to the room with that pool. And now interact with this painting over here and use the paints that we have got. With your masterpiece complete, the canvas turns into a sketchbook. And now from that, go ahead and purify the mirror, which is just to use it. You inspect the object closely. As you look into it, the mirror regains its colors. Obtain hand mirror. Okay, and now that we're done with that, we need to talk with Spider. But if you're curious at all about the items that we picked up, place them in that hand painting there, and it'll explain it all. Either way, let's go talk with Spider. You're done. Good work. What now? Now all of these objects need to be burned in the correct order. What's the order? That's for you to figure out. The hands over there might provide a clue. I see. Make sure you have a way to light the fireplace as well. Oh, that's true. Are there any places I haven't checked yet? Lastly, this whole thing tends to accumulate with candles going out. Therefore, if you see any candles, put them out. Understood. And again, talk with him one more time. One more thing. I couldn't help but notice how weak you look. The challenges ahead might be beyond your capabilities. There's an object inside my old hiding spot that can help with that. So, now that we've talked to him twice, we know where to go, which is back to the fireplace. Let's head that way. Right, let's return back to that first hallway area that we were at. Interact with Spider's pot here. A broken pot where Spider was. There's something here. Obtain temp rainbow potion. And before we go into the, I don't know, living room area, go back to this hallway over here and go in this room. And in here, there'll be a couple of these paintings, and we need to switch these so that they're different objects in them. And as I'm doing them, I'll have it on the top of the screen so you know which ones we're changing it to. But this one's the mirror. Sketchbook. Handkerchief. Foot. And the knife. And as for this last one, as soon as you change it, it'll light on fire. Obtain lighter. And now that we're done, return to the sleeping room. And now we're going to do another dead end. Pretty simple. This is going to be very similar to what we're going to end up doing, but all you got to do is light the fire and burn all the items in the wrong order. Light the fireplace. Yep. What should I burn first? Since it's the wrong order, do whatever. And finally, the cold compress. This solution should break apart now, shouldn't it? Too bad. I'm starting to like this place. That's probably not good. Did you see that? The painting opened its eyes. Did you burn the things in the right order? I think so? Was the illusion supposed to literally break apart? I don't know. Maybe you should leave. Oh crap. The doors are gone. Hey, be careful. My foot. It hurts. Where are we? We need to find a way out. Yeah, well, about that. I might have landed on something hard. Doesn't look great. What do we do? If you can still move, go on ahead. I need a moment. Okay. Hey. You'll come back, right? Yes, thanks. She's back. She's back. She's singing in my ears. Singing all the time. Humming. Burning. Oh no. Burning. Burning. Dead end 1-12. What's at stake? And there was another dead end for us there. Where we learned of the order to burn these things and just kind of chose not to do it that way. Thus leading us to encounter Miss Knives again and ultimately die at the stake. What's the relevance? I am not certain. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, and we're back in the living room, and same as last time, light the fireplace, but this time burn the items in the correct order. Afterwards, there will be a battle. In terms of getting our final achievements, do not skip this one. It is achievement related, and skipping it will, well, of course, not let you get it. So let's go. A fireplace. Light the fireplace. Yep. What should I burn first? The mirror. What should I burn next? The sketchbook. What should I burn next? The cold compress or handkerchief. What should I burn next? The foot. And finally, the knife. The solution should break apart now, shouldn't it? Too bad. I'm starting to like this place. Fire. Lilith. Again. How? But how? How? No, 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 no. No more. Die. Ah, get out! Get out, 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 get out! Where am I? There's a piece of paper on the floor. It's titled Sixth Blessing. Do you want to read it? Yep. I was tied up in the front of the whole village, where Iris's father gave a speech. It was about bringing forth a new era, about cleansing impurities, about living in peace. Peace. I thought I already lived in peace. I thought I could keep living in peace next to Iris. Was she in the crowd too? Was she watching? Would she cry for me? Didn't matter anymore. I was only a sacrificial pawn in this bigger story. How did Mother feel, standing here? Was she relieved to finally be rid of all this injustice? To finally start being at peace? It didn't matter. Mother and Father were dead. And now, this would be over for me too. The monster standing before me finishes his speech. The crowd was cheering. They seemed to agree with his preach. He lit the firewood, and the heat was slowly embracing me. For a moment, it felt almost comforting. But that moment was brief. When the fire reached my legs, the pain became unbearable. The crowd's cheers were slowly drowned out by my own screams. Curse this. Curse this. It hurts. Why must I suffer? This isn't fair. Why won't anyone help me? It hurts so much. I hate them. I hate them. How could they cheer for this? How could they be so cruel? I wish they were all dead. I wish they would all suffer. I heard it once in a dream before. 6 blessings form a curse. Was I cursed? Because at that moment, I received my 6th blessing. The fire spread incredibly fast, in all directions, and the flames that had reached my thighs died out. Instead, the fire spread all around me. Everyone was screaming, terrified. Everyone was burning. What happened? Where's Iris? I used the knife she gave me to untie myself. It cut easily. I tried walking back, but I couldn't even stand. My legs hurt. They hurt so bad. I looked around, but only saw fire. People were trying to run, but there was no escape. The floor, the houses, everything was on fire. The whole village was covered in a thick smoke. The only place the fire didn't reach was the ground I stood on. I can't move. But I need to make sure Iris is okay. Huh? Make sure Iris is okay? Why should I? It's all going to hell anyway. I sat on the floor, holding the knife. My miracle. Is this what came of my miracle? I never asked for this. All of this misfortune. It all started after I got my eyesight back. What are those eyes? I don't recognize them. I don't want them. I never wanted them. Not like this. You can have them back. Do you hear me? These are not my eyes. I stabbed and stabbed. I was determined to remove them. After all, if I remove them, things could go back to normal. I could do my chores as usual. I could care for Mother. I could spend my days with Iris. It felt so good. It felt so relieving. I stabbed until I stopped seeing, till I stopped worrying, till I stopped feeling. until I stopped moving. I think in my final moments, I laughed. I laughed about how life turned out. 6 blessings form a curse. 6 blessings form a curse. Yes, because curse is the only way I can describe this pathetic life. Welcome back. How long have I been out? 14 minutes. That's creepy. Shouldn't watch people sleep. I actually looked around first, I swear. The door is right down this hall, see? I see. You were pretty crazy back there, you know? You must be really good at dodging knives. Thanks. You sure you're not a demon yourself? No. It was just a joke, you know? So, is it a dead end? Yep. I see. Just as Rune said. You sound disappointed. Don't tell me you're up for more near-death experiences. I just haven't solved anything yet. I didn't find Red. I didn't even find the lighthouse. All the things I set out to do. You've got time. You're not dead yet. That has to count for something, right? I guess there's no helping it. So now that we're done, we're technically back in the facility. So the objective is to go talk to Mrs. Knives again. And there will also be an opportunity to talk with Spider, and I'll explain more of that part. And there's one more final dead end, and then it's just finishing it all off, right? So let's go. And this is for the dead end. You can see the dead primal here. We're back at the cross paths. Go over here. We'll see 2 more. And then this stuffed doll. Is that toy always there? What is it? A bear or something? It's a rabbit. Or that's what I think it's trying to be. It's an abomination. It's got no legs. Hey, and it's all mismatched. I don't think you should... There you are. Finished cleaning yet? The hell you got in your mouth? Spit it out. Don't make me say it twice. Good girl. Ugh. The hell is this thing? Can't even tell anymore. You always make such a mess out of your food. You can't eat this crap. You can have it back. But hurry up, or I'm leaving without you. Hell, this place still gives me the creeps. Dead End 1-13, Stuffed Animal. And that was our final dead end, where we returned back to the crossroads and ultimately got killed. But as I mentioned, that's it. So let's continue on with the story and be done with it. And so now go the opposite way. Is that Miss Knives? Is this what she actually looks like? Whoa. She looks like a used napkin. It looks like this gate could be opened. Open it. Yep. She's crying. How long has she been locked up in there? I don't know. I'm sorry for disturbing you. And that's all there is to that. Now let's continue on with the path. Your spider. Good work right there. Didn't think you'd actually do it. Feels good to see this place again. How's this good? You're locked up. I don't need much to be content. My cell neighbor keeps me entertained. You mean Miss Knives? Are you surprised? Well, kind of. She's seen better days. But she'll be fine. She's just like a spider. After a little while, she'll make a new web and entangle everyone in it again. I'm curious to see what it'll look like next time. Ah, I see. Besides, she does get a visitor every so often. Really? Yes, an intriguing one by the name of Red. Don't look so excited. Red won't be here anytime soon. I see. Is Red the lighthouse person? Yes. Ah, damn. Interesting. If the lighthouse is what you're searching for, perhaps this is of use to you. Obtain doorknob fragment ×3. Is this a doorknob to the lighthouse? Or remains of it? See. Thank you. I appreciate it, even if it's broken. Then consider our debts settled. And that's all we have to do with that. Do not go into the cage. You will get killed. So anyways, let's continue down the path. And here's another one of those cursed doors. Before interacting with it, go behind it, get another coin. And all that's left to do is use the return doorknob. Ah, here it is. I suppose these cursed doors must be fairly common. Not that common, and they kind of suck. Sometimes you get stuck with no way to go back. I see. So, it's a dead end after all. Since there's no doorknobs here. Looks like it. An empty slot. Place the doorknob. I guess it's finally time to use this. A garden with a single door in the middle. This is it. I just need to make a lily and place it in the vase, right? Hey, before that, I wanted to talk to you about something. It's about that list. What list? Your to-do list. Before you die. Oh, that. I was thinking about it. Why don't you make a new list? Instead of things to do before you die, why don't you make a list of things to do once you get fixed? Starting with treating me to some macaroons. That way, you'll have something to look forward to. I'm not sure what to say in a situation like this. You don't need to say anything. I just think it would suck if you gave up. Why? Why? Well, because... I don't know. Today was fun. Fun? Yeah. Everything was really exciting, don't you think? We almost died. Yeah. A lot. Yeah, but we made it, didn't we? I guess that's true. Anyway, let's hurry. It's not good to stay in this room for too long. Alright then. First, to take the real lily from the vase. Now, to make a paper lily from my letter. And finally, place it where the lily was. It seems like it worked. You don't seem very impressed. I suppose with everything that's happened so far, this is just another puzzle. Puzzle, huh? The door is open. A white light is coming through. Go through the door? Yep. Well, this is it. So, see you on the other side? See ya. I'm back. Hope you haven't been giving away products for free again. What's going on here? This isn't a daycare. Man, what the hell am I gonna do with you? Note from the devs, congratulations for getting this far in Paperlily story. Thank you so much for your support and enthusiasm for this little world we created. Please don't hesitate to leave a review if you have the time. It helps immensely. We're still only two idiots making this game, so if you want to support future development, please consider purchasing the support pack. And that was it for this walkthrough of Paperlily Chapter 1, in which I've shown all the possible endings. Those, of course, being called dead ends, and then the true ending. But in this last part of the walkthrough, we were in Miss Knives' house. In it, we got to learn more about Mrs. Knives, the owner of the house, as well as another guest who lived there, Spider. Spider later on, as we were searching the house, freeing Sai from the cage, as well as freeing ourselves, tells us that this is all an illusion of Mrs. Knives. That she's fabricated this world, and this house doesn't really exist. It is just a fabrication of her. So, in order to get free, we have to perform one final ritual, burn the items that are important to her, and reveal the truth to her. And after a long, lengthy battle, we do just that, and then we're free. As that came about, then we learned the truth about her, about how Miss Knives came to be. And it seems that at some point Miss Knives was probably human as well. She had been condemned and used as a sacrificial lamb and meant to die. She rose against that because she had been cursed and been given some eyes that made her basically a cursed person. All in all, as she watches her village, everything burn, she wonders, was it really worth it? And starts stabbing her own eyes, saying she didn't want this at all. That this is not what she wanted. She could have it all back as long as she could have her friend. But by that point, it's too late. And as we know, it's definitely too late because she's now Mrs. Knives, the demon. Anyways, our journey comes to an abrupt end. There was nowhere else to go. Red was nowhere to be found. And we went to the door to return back to our own world, saying, parting ways with Sai, who said he'd be right behind us, but he wasn't right behind us. He decided to stay. So then it begs the question, who is Sai, and why did he decide to stay? Is there something more about him that we don't know? Well, of course. And in that true ending as well, we got to see that someone else, someone who we haven't met yet, who was talking to that shadowy girl. So I'm guessing that's something for chapter 2, and to actually figure out what's going to happen. Will chapter 2 involve returning back as Lacey? Or will it be someone new? Who knows, right? So, that's it for this story. So until the next one, thanks everybody for watching.